All right, my pre-reading strategy is anticipation guide. And the reason I am recording just audio is because I have examples of a couple of anticipation guides for different content areas that I want to make sure everybody can see. What an anticipation guide is it's a list of statements or questions that we give to the students, and they're asked to either agree or disagree. You can ask them true or false. Also, you can do strongly disagree, disagree, agree, strongly agree. It's really up to you. And the statements are related to a topic or a theme. So, for example, if you're going to read The Outsiders, that would be your topic. You could even do one for the beginning of the school year to gauge what students are, expecting for the rest of the year. And what you do is you give the students questions or statements that obviously respond to your topic or your theme, and then you ask them to answer them independently and privately. It is 100% their opinion, whatever they think. And then after they do that, they will share with their peers if they agree or disagree and their reasoning behind that. So, like, you could say, okay, raise your hand if you agree with number one. And then you could look around the room and they could have a discussion. And then you could say, okay, now raise your hand if you disagree with number one. And then have a discussion about that also. Anticipation guides, they are formed so the students can see how many different opinions there are in their classroom, and it really prompts really deep can prompt really deep discussions about certain topics. And you want to encourage your students to comment and have these discussions with their peers about why their opinions are different with each other. And these can help students get interested in what they're about to read, and it can also help them make personal connections to themes or topics in literature before they even begin to read them, which is a neat aspect of the anticipation guides, I think. And so I have a couple of examples of anticipation guides because really you can use them in any content. So this one right here at the beginning in the front is an anticipation guide for The Outsiders. And as you can see, it gives you directions. And then this one has strongly disagree, disagree, agree, or strongly agree. And then it will ask the students to explain. So you can see that some of these questions will really prompt a deep discussion, like, you can recognize intelligent people by the way they look, or sometimes the murder is justifiable. So it would be really interesting to see what they all think. This one is a science anticipation guide about photosynthesis, and you can either do true or false, or agree or disagree. And you can read some of the questions. Plants need water to make sugar. Plants use more green light than any other wavelength of light. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can do these. And then a lot of them after, like, you will have like a before reading, which would be these, and then you can give your students the same ones later. And then you can see like what they got wrong, or what they may have thought was true, or what they agreed with that was not true, and things like that. And then I found this anticipation guide for the Civil War, so social studies. And you can do true or false, agree or disagree. And basically they're all the same kind of questions. But like I said, the anticipation guides are good because you can use them for every content area, really, which, I like. I think that's great.